I hope you're all well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Holly. I, like you, have also been involved in scouting throughout my whole life, from Beavers right through to being a leader, and now also involved in Children Network Scouting. I also am a registered veterinary nurse working at a specialist vet hospital, which means that I look after animals, making sure that they get the treatment that they need, medicines that they need, until they can come home to you safe and sound. As you can probably just see, my cats just walked past you, and that's what we're going to be talking about you today, is animals and the different things that they might need to live with us and have a happy, healthy life. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is food, which is really important for our animals, because from when they're tiny little puppies and kittens up until when they're adults, they have different requirements that they need. So younger animals will need puppy food, kitten food, to make sure that they're getting the requirements they need for growth. And then when they're adults, they can go on to a complete food for their species. It's also very important that we don't just feed them any food that we've got on our plate at home, because that could be quite toxic for them and then they could become quite ill. So we don't want to do that. One of the next things that we'll talk about is habitat. So that basically means, where did they come from? Where did they originate from? And just thinking about how we can help them in our houses. So if we take cats, for example, and rabbits, they come from quite hot places, so they will more than likely want to be kept quite warm. So my cat likes to sleep near the radiator, because that means that he gets to stay nice and warm. However, my dog, she's got quite a thick coat, so she will prefer to lie on one. So the next thing that we might think about is the space that we need for different types of animals. So things like fish, they won't need that much space, because just enough space to keep a tank on the side. And then when we move on to bigger animals like rabbits, dogs and cats and horses, they will need a much larger space. That's always worth considering before you get pets as well. They need enough space to exercise in the house. So things like cats, they will need cat trees, which will help them exercise. They're very athletic, so they do like to run around with their toys and jump on sides of ledges and windowsills and things like that. Rabbits as well, they do like to be outside, running around as well, so they need to be let out of their hutches every now and again so that they can have the exercise that they need. And dogs as well, it's important that we do take them for walks every day, and get them involved in all sorts of different activities, so that they can get all their energy out, and it makes them easier to live with as well, so it's always worth considering. And then the last thing that we're going to speak about today is sleeping areas. So for a dog, we'll just use it as an example, they will like to sleep wherever they feel comfortable. So whether that is with you in the bedroom, or whether that's downstairs in a basket, it all depends on the type of dog that you have and how they've been brought up. Cats, on the other hand, they'll tend to like to sleep, again, where it's warm, like that we talked about earlier. Window ledges is also another place that they will like to sleep, because they like to be nice and high. It's where they feel the safest, and especially when they're going to go to sleep, they'll want to make sure that they're able to do that. So that's everything that we're going to talk about today. I hope everyone has enjoyed it, and we'll just see if I can get River to come up here. River, come here, come here, come here. She's just coming. Up you come. Up you come. Good girl. Up, up. So this is River. She's very lovely. Good girl.